And with each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, there's a natural rhythm that begins to take place with the sacred breath. And with each and every holy in-breath and out-breath, there is a frequency alignment, a calibration and a recalibration, aligning us with higher frequencies to draw us as we draw to it. And if you could see very, very clearly in your spiritual eye now, as if you could see a vector, it is like a V, and this V is very wide, and it has the brightest of the white light. I want to say it is almost like a modern, abstract Holy Spirit of the dove, but it comes in a geometry of this wide V. And this V is illumined light. It comes from the highest spiritual realms of light. It comes immediately. And so simply see this large white vector, this large V-shaped geometry that is the whitest of light, for it does not come from this world. It comes from the highest of illuminated worlds, the worlds of divine Shambhalas, the worlds of crystalline cities, the worlds of the paradise, the upper worlds of light. And this vector that comes almost in the shape of how you would see a boomerang, it is that type of shape, but it is brilliant white light, not of this world. Visualize this and see this as clearly and as vivid as you can. And as you make the attempt to do this, it'll become more clear. It'll become more vivid. For this frequency energy has a purpose. And as it moves in upon this sacred group, connected through the hearts and minds, as it moves through the various streams of consciousness of all those connected to us directly or indirectly. It is a great gathering energy, is how its presence comes. It gathers now the children of light. It gathers together the tribe of light. It gathers together the children of the earth who have not forgotten. It gathers the heart dreaming of so many, of a better world, a higher world, a world that we sense that has been and needs to come back to be. This great gathering of the collective thought, beloveds, of all those who pray and wish and affirm for a much balanced world, a world that can embrace and express more love, a world where this love by those who hold it, who know it, who remember it, can bring it into the forefront. So for those beloveds who have forgotten this, can be once again re-energized to remember the deep-seatedness of this eternal seed of unconditional love coming from the very source of all creations. And so as this vector moves among the children of light, among the world, begin to feel the energy, it begins to emanate. for it flows through the top of the head, moving all along from the highest chakra system, including that of the beloved earth, bringing the higher frequency codes from the upper worlds, new levels of energy frequency, not upon the earth for ages of time, but because of the family of light, those who have strived, coming into this world of forgetfulness, into a lower frequency that tends to dim and distort something so beautiful, so profound, a distant cosmic memory, moving and trying to get the attention, getting once again the focus, getting in and bringing forth the higher vision, the distant galactic memory, bringing forth once again the Eden tree. And it is in the flowering of the Eden tree that will bring upon a new earth. But it is the family of light, the children of the earth who have not forgotten, so closest to the very heartbeat of the Divine Mother. For you share the same heartbeat. You share the same circulatory system within your own bloodstream as the streams of Mother Earth, in her rivers and in her lakes, in her seas. As you peak and as you dip, so too the Divine Mother, the mountains and the valleys. You, beloveds, are interconnected with Earth Mother and she in you. And beloveds, it is you that hold the frequency that bring the higher consciousness to her and to all of her life. In this divine vectoring, this divine gathering of the child, those who remember their galactic origins, those who have the distance of the great tree of light, those who remember and have touched the great tree of Eden, those who remember their cosmic mission, those who remember even in the face of darkness, even in the times of challenge, still go forward, move forward, even in the blindness of things. But there is something that pulls you. There is something that gets you back up. There is something that makes you move on, for you hold the capacity of unconditional love. And this is a distant, distant memory, a distant cosmic agreement, partnershipal collaboration to be here in this moment, in the physical as well, in the subtle other energies of those that are discarnate, but still connected in the higher service of Earth Mother and all that she is connected to. So this vectoring, this gathering of the tribe, this gathering of the light, this gathering of the memory, this gathering of the many, many, many timelines to bring in the higher Christed timeline, to bring in once again the Maitreya timeline, the great and mighty Maitreya Christ light timeline, ready to take prominence, ready to move through this timeline that holds the higher vision, the timeline where the path to move it is easier. The movement is with ease and greater grace. Beloveds, hold this frequency, this frequency of light, to latch onto, to embrace, and to travel the entire planetary system upon the Christed timelines, the divine Maitreya. The Kalki avatar Maitreya, the time of the return from all traditions, from all cultures, the remembering of the return. The great in-breath is here, beloveds. And so it is the great calling home, the great gathering of the tribes of the children of the earth, the great gathering of all the sentient beings and most radiant ones in the various frequency bands within the earth and beyond the earth. This divine vectoring of light is cosmic indeed, and it pulls in all those frequencies of consciousness that hold the frequency of love. All those who have come in higher service, even in the midst of challenge and memory lost. But beloveds, here we are as a great divine collective. Here we are playing indeed the cosmic role, the cosmic commitment, the cosmic promise. And in this vectoring now, we begin to see in our spiritual eye, even as this vector gathers. And within the vortex point of this vector, this V shape that's wide and so full of light, we are in the midst of its white light and has been. And even in this mist of profound, illumined, radiant light, we can still discern this vectoring geometry. And we now do this purposeful role of seeing in our spiritual eye the Eden tree. The Eden tree in whichever way it comes to you. The Eden tree, the original tree, the tree of life. And we bring our Eden tree into the center point of this vector, in the midst of its illumined light. We bring forth once again the cosmic memory. We bring forth once again the cosmic agreement. We bring in once again the gathering of the tribes, the gathering of the family of light together in the divine co-creation of the higher vision not only of the sacred Gaia and for her children, but way beyond that, beloveds. For she is interconnected with the history and the memory of the celestial bodies that move and revolve and evolve around the great central sun, Helios Vesta. And so in her rising, in her ascension, she brings with her all of her brothers and sisters, all the great celestial beings, all those that move around in the great sun of Helios Vesta. And as she rises, so too, the very solar system, so too, bringing in the higher Christed timelines. And so we see, beloveds, the ancient Tiamat, the ancient Marduk. We see a timeline before galactic wars. We see timelines before the fall. We see the timelines of the original thought. We see the timeline of the Eden tree upon the sacred genesis of the earth. We revive her now as the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten. We hold this memory deep within our own DNA. We bring it once again to the forefront. We bring it now into the illumination of the higher light and the higher vision. And so, beloveds, we together, as the family of light, who have not forgotten, as all the sentient radiant ones come into this great alignment in this eternal now, to bring forth the highest timelines, past, present, and future, to see the Eden tree, the tree of life, flowering, growing, and moving into the higher trees of life, the higher trees and the higher gematриas, the higher harmonics, the higher colors, the higher vision, the higher purpose. We take these few moments now, beloveds, as this energy moves in, through, and around us, and as we exude it out, exuding out the memory of the Eden tree, exuding out its luminescence, exuding out as we receive the illumination and the radiance from the upper worlds, coming in through our own physical, mental, and emotional bodies, even as we hold our consciousness in the highest realms of light. We emanate as great stars the frequency of this vectoring, of the gathering of the children of light, the gathering once again of the original thought, the gathering of the ancient cosmic memory, rising once again, coming into a higher, clearer vision, understanding and connecting with the higher guidance and indeed the family of light that resides in these higher realms of frequency consciousness, that indeed a divine emergence and a melding of consciousness can take place with the children upon the earth, the children of light who have not forgotten. And now in this great vectoring, now in this great gathering, now as we see the Eden tree grow and blossom and grow and move and interconnect with the higher trees, we simply be this conduit of great illumined light. As we are planted upon the earth, integrated with her, one with her, we now pull in the original Genesis. We bring in now a new Genesis upon the earth. We draw in the great gathering, the great victoring of this illumined higher light. And simply here now, beloveds, be that radiance, Be that draws in from the highest illumined worlds into your physical, mental, and emotional bodies. Hold in higher consciousness, emanating it now into your environment, emanating it out into the world, into all her life, emanating it beyond the gravitational pull of the earth, moving it into the astral levels, moving it beyond the astral levels into and beyond the great suns of Helios Vesta, into the great sons of Alcyone, and into all the sons of the great galactic mother. We hold together the radiance of the Eden tree. And as we do, we bring forth the healing once again. We bring forth the purification once again. We bring forth the balance once again. We bring forth the perfect Trinity once again. Grow your Eden tree. See it illumined. See it boundless. A most wonderment of creation. It moves way beyond the earth. It intertwines with great trees of life throughout the cosmos, bringing forth the clarion call of the children of light who have not forgotten, that are here and present, and are here to serve in the highest capacity, in the re-remembering of who we are, the power we hold, and what we are to do. Hold this frequency of unconditional love and higher service as we see the Eden tree of the earth grow and grow and grow. And as you feel these energies moving through you, simply be the observer. Allow the energies to move in and through you. You are the catalyst to the sacred earth and all that she is connected to. These energies stream in strong and focused. Your capacity to hold light is boundless. And as we observe as the great Elohim's divine co-creators with the most radiant ones, we see an emanation of light beyond description of the trees of life, transversing through many realms, really dimensions. The co-creation of eternal light and eternal love. And as we see this, we feel, sense, and know our own frequency ever soaring higher and higher. And as such, we bring forth the intention connecting to the human kingdom to assist in the raising up of consciousness of the human collective, shining light upon those places that are blocked and dark, piercing through the illusion and the delusions, bringing forth the rising in the memory of the divine human, the divine Atman Kadmon, the original caretakers, the original co-creators with the divine. And as the Eden tree continues to grow and become stronger and more anchored into this world, as it thrives and moves into the upper worlds, the connection between heaven and earth becomes stronger, more viable, and anchored even into this physical, mental, and emotional world. It is through the children of light that this is possible. And now, as we can stay in this position seemingly forever, as we bathe in this divine grace and blessing in this sacred work, we know we must return, for there is much to do upon the earth. And so, in this radiance and bliss, we prepare ourselves for the return. We see and think once again of this divine vector that has come, and look at the Eden tree that was placed in the vortex and its life force and magnificence. We are grateful to be of service in this capacity, being part of the divine plan with the most radiant ones, to bring forth the Christed timelines, the divine Maitreya, the return of Kalki Avatar Maitreya, and all of the great avatars of light spoken of for centuries and centuries of time, to be in this moment, to bring it forward. Indeed, we understand our blessing and the grace that flows through us now, making us stronger, more direct, and being all that we can be upon this world. And on the count of 3, we will prepare ourselves to be back awake and alert. And slowly, 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 we begin to draw in our electromagnetic field as the most radiant ones who are part of this draw in theirs. And we discern and see the great vectoring that came in, and it goes back to its source from the upper worlds. But with it, it leaves a residue still in its brilliance and magnificence that we can still touch, feel, and integrate in the days and weeks to come. For we are forever touched and forever changed by its blessing. And so we prepare ourselves now to come back on the count of 3. 1, 2, take a deep breath in. And 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.